Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It's Thursday, September 2nd, 2021. Welcome one and all. We've got an exciting hour ahead of us of technical analysis, crypto news, quite a bit more. As always, your host, Crypto Jack, joined live by two of CC's lead analysts. Got Alex and Jason with us this afternoon. How you gentlemen doing?
Oh, I'm well, thank you.
Excellent. Jason?
Yeah, doing well. Just wrapped up the month. Can't complain. We got stopped out of our Bitcoin short here, but like we said yesterday, got to let the market do what it's going to do, and then we'll catch the trend. Wrapped up the month about 24% up on ROI with a 5% alpha, so really can't argue with that.
Indeed. No, that's solid
take a
numbers.
few hits at the beginning of the month. We'll just keep climbing, baby.
All right. Well, good stuff there. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Of course, if you haven't been following the charts, Bitcoin took another stab at 50K resistance. Yes, kind of tested the baseline once again. We've since rejected. Ethereum on the flip side, Ethereum has had a knockout couple of days. Ethereum piercing through the baseline, pretty much putting on like kind of a bullish long signal on yesterday's close. It's looking good out here. Question is Bitcoin due to follow Ethereum? Well, it certainly gave it a shot. We tested 50K in the morning hours today, but we've since pulled back a little bit. It's hard to say if this trend has actually reversed. At the moment, still looks like we're stuck under resistance, but of course we'll save further TA for the next segment. But there's just a brief update on what you might have missed on Bitcoin's price. It sure feels exciting. We feel like we're building some kind of bullish momentum here, but at the same time it doesn't quite feel real yet, at least not on Bitcoin. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and get things started, guys. We do have an hour-plus show ahead of us. We did have an exciting mentorship session yesterday. Shout out to everybody who made it in to the community mentorship session yesterday. It was a good time. All right. In that case, let's keep going. Let's get into the news. Only have a few news items to talk about today. This one here caught my eye. Had a bit of an interesting headline. IRS agent poses as a Bitcoin trader called Mr. Coins. Is this the Mr. Coins that I see in their comments sometimes telling us to contact them on Telegram? Maybe not the same one, but nonetheless, let's have a look at this piece from Bitcoin.com. Let's see here. The IRS has been stepping up enforcement action against tax evaders, has recently been specifically focused on crypto transfers. This past April, Forbes contributor published a report on how U.S. President Biden's, quote, American Families Plan aims to increase IRS enforcement. Essentially, more details. That America's financial institutions have always had to report capital gains to the IRS, but under Biden's plan, banks are required to, quote, aggregate account outflows and inflows. 2 days ago, Bitcoin.com reported on how the Biden admin is pushing for crypto data sharing rules in $3.5 trillion budget bill. At the end of July, IRS has also modified the digital currency question at the tax agency in order to focus more on finding taxable crypto transfers. Man, they're really just like looking everywhere, under every cushion for every little bit they can get, huh? But I'm curious about this one. IRS agent goes undercover. Additionally, the IRS has been actively engaged in sting operations, Forbes. Indeed. Forbes associate editor Thomas Brewster explained on September 1st how an IRS agent went undercover in a $180,000 sting operation last year. Man, $180,000 in crypto isn't a lot. Brewster said the publication reviewed a search warrant that shows an IRS agent called himself Mr. Coins on a peer-to-peer marketplace, localcryptos.com. Wow. According to the report, Mr. Coins went undercover to bust a darknet market drug dealer and conned him into trading $180 in cash for digital assets. Mr. Coins communicated with people via WhatsApp. Wicker and Brewster details that Mr. Coins had a 100% positive feedback rating on the peer-to-peer trading platform. I guess this is localcryptos.com. The darknet dealer was arrested in July, and a report details that no plea has been filed. Suspect's lawyer and localcryptos.com and the IRS all declined to comment. Charges were filed in the Eastern District of New York. Suspect was involved in cocaine, cannabis, pills, and opioids. All right, well, at least they're not setting up your average retail customer, your average Binance user. Yes, but indeed, this guy was a drug dealer. Maybe he had exactly what was coming to him, but nonetheless, I think it's kind of funny. And now the feds are approaching you as Telegram-based traders looking to propose a certain kind of transfer, some kind of deal. Hilarious that this is how it kind of ended up going down. Don't trust anybody who goes by the name Mr. Coins. Probably a Fed. Well, there you have it, guys. Note to self: maybe don't launder any further funds using crypto.com, localcryptos.com. Something to think about. I jest, of course. All right. So enough of the feds looking to incriminate and bust every last crypto user out there. Let's go into this next one. Yes, something we covered yesterday. The rumors that Twitter is in fact launching a Bitcoin tipping service powered by Lightning. Well, apparently it's now confirmed. Bitcoin tipping through Lightning Network is coming to Twitter, according to Kayvon Begpour, a Twitter's product lead, who said that soon Twitter will facilitate the ability to receive tips in Bitcoin. This will be the first rollout of Bitcoin tipping at a corporate level by a global social media platform. Indeed, guys, we covered this more or less yesterday, but now it's official. Someone at Twitter has officially confirmed. They are indeed bringing tips to Twitter, Bitcoin-based ones at that. Well, thank you, Jack Dorsey. As I said yesterday, thank you, Dorsey. Thank you, Twitter. It's a love-hate relationship, but in this one, you certainly earned a few points. Let's go ahead and get into another piece here. All right. Apparently, we wondered what Ethereum's most surprising use case to date is. Well, Vitalik Buterin weighs in a recent AMA. confirming his thoughts on NFTs being one of the most exciting use cases for Ethereum just yet. Let's have a look here. Since it was launched in 2015, Ethereum has given the world use cases in gaming, identity management, decentralized finance, and much more. But the use case co-founder Vitalik Buterin is most surprised by is NFTs, non-fungible tokens, which have enjoyed spectacular success this year. Let's see here. Founder of the Ethereum wallet, Taylor Monahan, of mycrypto.com, asked Buterin which Ethereum use case has surprised you the most during an AMA session yesterday with the founder. And let's see here. He replied, NFTs. He didn't elaborate, but he has spoken about the runaway success of the NFT industry before and its role in accelerating the adoption of Ethereum, which has set gains. Yeah, it's had nice gains this week indeed. People have talked about DeFi space a lot, and NFTs just as something that's really managed to break out into the mainstream and get a lot of people interested, he said earlier in May. NFTs obviously are cryptographically unique tokens that can be linked to digital content, blah blah blah. We know mostly about NFTs, guys, but seems like that's one of the gleans in Vitalik's eye when it comes to products launching on Ethereum. Who would have thought NFTs? I wonder how many of those he owns himself. Wonder what Vitalik has in his NFT bag. Let's see here. Another thing that was mentioned in the AMA session. Asked about challenges exposed by working on Ethereum, working with certain people on the team. He said, quote, people are harder to tightly coordinate in smaller groups than I ever expected. This is, of course, speaking about experience co-founding Ethereum. Quote, you can't just get everyone to sit around in a circle and see each other's inherent goodness and get along, especially with huge incentive conflicts at play. Yeah, something tells me might have been some conflicts over at the Ethereum Foundation in the early days. Hint, hint. Of course, this probably is kind of taking a stab at Charles Hoskinson over at Cardano, who, of course, the part of the Ethereum Foundation to launch Cardano. But let's see here. He was also asked about his biggest regret and answered it was about choosing Ethereum's 8 co-founders. Ooh, so quickly and indiscriminately, he said. Yeah, that certainly says volumes about the people you co-founded things with. I wonder how they feel about this today. Yeah, of course, one of those co-founders was Charles Hoskinson, who subsequently was outed from the group and went on to found rival blockchain Cardano. Let's see here. Not much more to add, guys. I will, of course, be leaving this link in the description below if anybody wants to give it a look. Indeed, seems like the biggest regret is the people you decide to co-found things with. Yeah, this seems eerily familiar. I just cannot put my finger on it. Let's have a look here. Oh yeah, crypto dad Giancarlo quits BlockFi after just 4 months.
Yeah, that's not a great look.
That is certainly not a great look. Departure comes as BlockFi faces mounting legal pressure over its flagship interest-bearing crypto accounts. Looks really, really ugly. Former chief U.S. commodities regulator Christopher Giancarlo has resigned from BlockFi's board of directors after only 4 months. It is not immediately clear why Giancarlo is leaving the cryptocurrency lenders board. He did not respond to multiple requests for comment. Shortly after being contacted by CoinDesk, BlockFi issued a press release saying Giancarlo has been replaced by Ellen Blair Chube. BlockFi said Giancarlo will continue to provide strategic counsel to the firm in an advisory role. Quote, a crypto dad, as he's lovingly known, and also the leader of the Digital Dollar Project, is known during his tenure as chairman of the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, BlockFi's board first independent director. Unexpected exit comes at a critical juncture for BlockFi, of course. BlockFi simultaneously fighting a legal onslaught, recalibrating from a messy $500 million funding round, and strategizing for a stock market debut that BlockFi Series E investors were told would come as soon as 2022. Legal issues plaguing BlockFi's interest-bearing crypto accounts are likely the company's most pressing challenge. Multiple U.S. states alleged in July the company's flagship BlockFi interest account, BIA, were unregistered securities, including regulators in BlockFi's home state of New Jersey. BlockFi warned customers it would be forced to stop onboarding new interest accounts worldwide if it does not resolve the New Jersey case. A thrice delayed cease and desist order takes effect on September 30th. Yes, torrents of bad press, and on it goes. Giancarlo stepping down. Not a good look for BlockFi. I don't know how many people are engaged in BlockFi here, but this is something I've heard the rumor mill for a while now, talking about how BlockFi is effectively defunct, insolvent. They can't deliver on the interest they promise. But I guess this is still remains to be borne out. We'll see. BlockFi, though, not a good look today with Giancarlo leaving the board. All right. I think that's it for news, guys. So let's go ahead and get into the next piece here. Going on in the bubble space. How are the alts looking today? Well, looks like it's a bit of green today. Miota up nearly 26%, but among other big gainers today, we have Blockstacks up 10%. AMP, yes, the AMP token up 15.5%. Tron up 7%. Tron making a decent move today. XEC, what is XEC? eCash, never heard of it. Up 9%. Holochain, hot. Holochain up 6.5%. VeChain up 6.5%. Solana also up 6.5%. Polkadot up 5%. And a slew of other coins either up or down single digits today. Bit of a mixed bag, but otherwise not too shabby in the alt space. A day of predominantly green. All right, go hop into the live chat. Let's see who's kicking it with us this Thursday afternoon. DC audience, of course, is legendary. Let's see who among them is with us today. All right, Ron Legato. Big shouts to Ron Legato. You're first in the chat. Daniel on YouTube as well. Jose Alves. Hello, fellow billionaires. Well, we're getting there. We're working our way up. Cavano Trades. Hello, CC Crew. Big shout outs to Cavano Trades. Adam. Yo, fellas. Well, big yo to Adam. Let's see here. Cavano Trades says, I have a billion sats. That makes me a billionaire, right? A billion sats. It's not too bad. Okay. Well, you're doing pretty good. Cavano Trades. Keep stacking those stats. Taz Blitz. Good day to all. Big shouts to Taz. Crypto Jenny's with us today on DLive. Hi there. Big hello to Crypto Jenny. Ask about my wiener dog on DLive's here with us as well. What's up, boys? We're chilling. Requesting. I see your request. Hang tight. Let's see here. The scam coin Hex has made me 30x so far. Shake my head. Anyone have any more scams I could be a part of? Well, congrats. Ask about my wiener.
I know. Scam coins pump the hardest. Don't we always say that?
We certainly do.
Should have known better.
Should have known better.
Like, oh, Hex is a scam. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in.
That always works.
Yes. Well, in retrospect, indeed, Hex has been a knockout performer. Polly B. Hey, folks. Big shouts to Polly B. Hey, Kryptonians. Says Rhino TD. Big shouts to Rhino TD. Let's see here. West Hammer, I know you guys don't delve into HODL territory, but what are your thoughts on the market top? Well, I mean, I think our thoughts are pretty clear. We talk about our analysts express their views on where the market is going all the time. Indeed, I think our analysts are kind of poised for, well, we'll see what comes of this next move in the markets, but I think that the bearish thesis, the corrective thesis before all-time highs down the road is kind of where they're leaning. Ask about my wiener dog. Just pay your taxes on gains. Why bother avoiding it? Yes, always pay your taxes, guys. Abide by all local laws and regulations. Let's see here. Or move to the islands. Okay, yes. Or move to the islands indeed. Righteous Reject on YouTube. Yo, big shout outs to Righteous. Adam, Mr. Coins is too obvious. Needs to be more like ask to see my wiener dog to be more realistic. Yes, watch out for feds with ask about my wiener tags. Mr. Ether says Mr. Coins equals Fed. What does Mr. Ether equal? Oh, man. That's a good point.
I called Macco and Firearms, definitely.
Yes, there we go. Crypto Jenny, shouts. I think I already mentioned Crypto Jenny. ETH1, hi everyone. Shouts to ETH1. I see your request, Adam. Crypto Caveman. Well, hey, what's up? Hope all is well. and stashing those sats. Well, thank you, Mr. Caveman. Welcome back to the show. Cavano trades with a request. I see that. Crypto Caveman says, show your face, Jack. I think that's not necessary. Crypto Caveman with a bunch of requests as well. This is not a show your face type of show, guys, but we'll see. We'll see if we can get the hosts on cam one of these days. The hosts minus me, of course. Let's go ahead and get to the next segment, guys. That was a look at everyone's chat. Good to have everybody with us today. This is a Thursday afternoon. Getting kind of winding the week down from here. In the meantime, Alex, if you could be so kind, go live and I will hop into your live stream.
Okay. It's kind of you're kind of wrapping it up really early today, aren't you, bud?
Maybe. I mean, the news usually now doesn't go till more than 1:30, so maybe 5 minutes ahead. As for the rest of yous, I do see a generous amount of requests already deposited in the chat. I'm going to start collecting those now, and if you guys could drop a few more down below, and here we go. Going to get into the main scene. Alright, bada bing. Looking at the BTC USD BitMEX daily chart. Looks like we're all synced up. Alex's stream appears to be running smoothly. You guys enjoy the rest. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Well, right now we look potentially a little topped out here. We retested 50K and appear to have rejected from it. Yep. Yeah, at this time, there's nothing really for us to do here with Bitcoin. We're still technically a little below resistance. We're still below the daily baseline. I would not. I almost didn't want to dump the Bitcoin long or the Bitcoin short we had on yesterday, but we got the exit signal. I took it. If we curl back down here, I will short Bitcoin again. As a matter of fact, we should probably short it even harder if we move down here again. If this gets faded, then that's like a real strong short. There's not much more to say about Bitcoin. For right now, it seems like we're still dumping volume up here in this order block, which we have been for weeks now. Still are. Until we crest over 51,000, I definitely don't want to long Bitcoin. Okay, well, let's look at Ethereum next. Ethereum is just kind of pulling back a little bit at resistance. So there's an awful lot of lines on my screen. So if you look here, we're just kind of hitting our head right on the 786 of our Fibonacci retracement. At this time, this is not really, even though we're down a little bit, this isn't weakness that I'm really thinking that we're necessarily going to need to short into. As a matter of fact, if we can pull back strongly today, we may take a long signal on Ethereum. Right now, we're too far extended over the qualifying line. So we're more than one average true range extended beyond our moving average. So we're just going to let price pull back a little bit here and hope it re-enters where we can make our purchases from. Yeah, I just don't see any weakness here on Ethereum Bitcoin yet. We are hanging out at some resistance. This area is resistance. Boom, 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 boom. Let's look at the overall cryptocurrency markets. Here we go. Bitcoin dominance finding some support in this area. If you'll recall, I marked this out, it was either yesterday or earlier in this week, because this is an area where we would expect a reversal from, just because it looks so bad right now. All right, like all the way down here, we move up, tick, 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 and then crash back down towards, I don't know if I want to call it a support area, but this ratio of 40% Bitcoin, 60% alts. It sort of seems that the market is like, oh, well, you know, we're back to here. Maybe it's time to look towards Bitcoin again. Now, we could see if the entire market turns around here, I would expect Bitcoin to gain against the alts, as Bitcoin would fall less than the alts do. Uniswap perp continues showing strength. At this point, I think this looks like a breakout situation. I would be looking to find Uniswap pairs to long that have good setups. Dragon perp, really nice setup right here. This does seem like we're about to burst above resistance. Yeah, we closed above this resistance level that I have marked out. I think I would be right here. See, boom, 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 above this area. You know, at this point, I think I would be interested in taking this long. Tron looks kind of interesting. We'll maybe look at that later. DeFi perp. Is this finding resistance where we had this marked out? Is that what's happening here? Right here at the top. Maybe we're just at resistance on all these things. We're still at resistance, still below the daily baseline of privacy perp. And again, you look at exchange perp here, and this is not a weak looking chart. Kind of fake out below the trend here, find support, resistance, move up. This is a strong chart. I would be willing to long this, I think. Just a little bit more of a pullback. Should perp, we're still at resistance. This isn't that strong. Right now, the market doesn't seem to be that interested in exchange shitcoins. Centralized exchange. Well, there is another resistance level over us. This is also resistance. And support, resistance, support, resistance. We'll wait and see. I can't help but you look at crypto bubbles today, and crypto bubbles is not as up as I would have imagined following yesterday, you know?
Yeah, I get what you mean. You'd figure it'd be up a lot more.
Yeah, where's the momentum on everything? We've got a few outliers like Miota and Vet I saw was pumping. Where's everything else? All right, so markets are up though. Crypto markets are up, so dollar must be down. Must be.
Gotta be.
Okay, dollar down. Weekly, ugly. This is what we had kind of been expecting because we had this very ugly monthly close where we wicked up into resistance. The dollar had to close above 93 to get that continuation. We didn't get it, and right now the markets are pulling back. Good for us. Very good for us. Dollar down. Traditional markets must be up.
Sideways still.
It's sideways, but this is kind of a strong opening. We gapped up, we trade down, and then trade back up. Today, pop. Yeah, we're just still sideways. We're definitely, I mean, we're inside of the moving average. We haven't made a new high. It's not great, but it's not bearish either. We don't have that continuation short yet. QQQ. Gap up, trade down all day long. This is kind of interesting. Well, right now, I'm not bearish on it, but it wouldn't take much to break this uptrend, right? We're pretty close to it. We may arguably have already broken it. Yeah, that's so not hot.
Yeah, hourly break.
S&P gaps up, trades down today. Are we finding resistance here finally? Or continuing to? Maybe we'll just keep riding it upwards. Excuse me for just one moment. I need to grab something to drink and let me know. It's real quick.
Yep, do your thing. I'm still collecting requests, guys. I have logged a good number of them. Luckily, today we got lots of time on the show to knock out, well, all of these and more. Let's see. Got Kusama going up on the board from ETH1. I just put up stacks and SLP for Mr. Ether. Let's see here. I see FET. I'm going to add FET to the list for Vernacious Canid. Probably could be Canid, right? Vernacious Canid, your request for FET up on the board. Shoutouts to everybody else getting their requests in today. Logged a little bit of everything. Hope everybody's enjoying the TA. Let's see here, Jang077. I'm hoping SLP takes off. I'm underwater on that one. We'll hang tight because Boris Bitcoin has SLP already logged as a request. Crypto Rich, SLP's been in a downtrend. Little pump today, but I'm hoping for a rebound. I got 4 scholars so far working for me. Crypto Rich talking about, of course, his venture. Yes, Axie Infinity, his venturing into the world of blockchain gaming. Well,
congratulations, man. My advice, if you're into blockchain gaming and making money off of doing that, is check out Splinterlands. So rather than having to hire someone to use your assets to make money, you can actually rent out your cards like that you get on Splinterlands. You can buy them and then rent them out to people and then make an income off of that. And then of course you keep the cards and you could like sell them later on. Something
cool.
to look into.
Pretty cool.
It's not my thing. It's not trading, but I do know a few people who've looked into it and it looks pretty profitable.
So is this one of those like tabletop battle type card games, and they borrow your cards.
It's like Hearthstone.
Gotcha. All right.
It's Hearthstone, but you can make money doing it, huh?
Gotcha. Cool. All right, Crypto Rich. There's that. All right, back to the main analysis. I am still logging your request.
All right. Gold. It kind of doesn't look so hot here. We were looking at this. If we broke this to take profit, we may be taking profit here soon. Silver is still kind of hanging around inside of this volume here at the low. We have not broken the downtrend. Palladium, well, it was written in the stars. We knew it was breaking down. We've known for months. It's a shame the rest of the market didn't know, but you guys knew because you've been watching me. Look at that. Wow.
Kind of funny how on that line is too.
I mean, I spent hours and hours making that line, as you call. It was just so, I spent so much time getting all the detail into it.
Covering all the vectors.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So maybe this isn't a swing failure pattern. At this time, we're still finding resistance at previous support. Support. Here, resistance. I'm not willing. We're not taking this short or anything. We just kind of want to get a sense of if we're longing down here or if we're longing from here. That would be surprising to me if we had a long from this area. But there is a little bit of support here. Look back here. The support of the highs right here. That's where we're hanging out right now. So if we bounced off of this area, I guess that would make some sense. Copper does not look great. I'd be exiting for all you copper owners. I'd be exiting my copper positions. Well,
you gotta wait for that trend break, but it looks strong for now.
Yeah, that looks pretty strong. Maybe it will recover. Maybe this has turned resistance into support finally. Might have to close up shop on the oil short. Corn trading sideways. Nothing really to do here. Natural gas finding resistance around $4.50 as expected. This is one of our take profit areas. Soybeans kind of below support. I would keep my eyes on the downtrend, and if this broke, then I would look to long this. Sugar underneath the daily baseline, probably likely to pull back. Wheat may be showing some weakness. World markets. Australia, lots of sideways. Are we finding resistance or support here? I honestly cannot tell. Is it like, boom, we break up and then support, take off? Or we break up here, haha, it was a fake out. Resistance, 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 breakdown. So I cannot tell here. But if we do start to break up, I think that'll be a very good long here because we see there appears to be absorption in this spot. So yeah, overall, I cannot, it's too soon to say. China is still finding support at this level that we've been eyeing, the previous all-time highs. Dangerous. But it could be a good, this is not a bad place to long from. In a sense, it's low risk because if you ended up under this area, you'd just be out. Like, whoops, okay, let's get right back out of that trade. But you know pretty quickly. And you would know without having to lose too much money. Just be like, oh, stop out, okay, just right out of that trade. Imagine, you know, you were trying to short this area, move down, back up, you're just gonna have to hold on screaming, it would suck. Still potentially at resistance. I don't really want this until we make a new high or get above the daily baseline. Hong Kong facing a little bit of resistance here, but with this break of the downtrend, I prefer to be a buyer in this area. Is the UK turning resistance into support here? We are starting to close above this blue line. Whoa. We are starting to close above this blue line that had previously demarcated the resistance that, if you remember, like, we got to break this resistance if we're going to make new highs. Then we did break it, and then it was like immediate rejection. But maybe we're turning it into support now. Push down, push down, push down, but we just keep wandering upwards. India, going for it. Japan, I told you this was the support level. What'd I say? If we're back on top of the support level, I want to be long. Boom. Hello, Japan. And downtrend broken. Or at least how I had it drawn out, you know? Yeah, look at that. This is a strong chart. Let's draw it from here.
We got 1 day left in that candle.
Yeah.
Well, today, tomorrow, but
this looks good to me. I would want to take this long some more. Some more long. Netherlands has been the strongest out of the European economies. Still showing some strength today. Singapore opened up a hypothetical short up here. We bottom out near the same support level that's previously been holding. Boom, 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 boom. Just hanging out slightly in profit here. It could go either way for my eyes here. But this is a very ugly chart. I really do expect this to continue to the downside here. Rather strong bearish divergence. We make a higher high right here, but make a lower high on the oscillator. No bueno. Taiwan, hanging out right near our entry. I still think we're headed down. This is like a big ol' distribution area to me, but there is potentially a swing failure pattern. I have that demarcated here. Russell 2000 showing more strength overall. I think I called this one incorrectly. Back in this area, I said we would go down here, and we did. And then I said we would retest resistance, and we did do that. But then we did not do this thing. We did not go down. In fact, breaking up. So, incorrect. Back to drawing board. US 30, still beneath resistance. I'm not sold yet. Two-year bonds at resistance, 10-year bonds at resistance, 5-year bonds at resistance, 30-year bonds at resistance. Well, right now, how do I feel about the markets? It's hard to feel too bad with the dollar down.
I'm still very uneasy for the moment. I'm not sure. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time.
Yeah. Well, I'll say the dollar is at least encouraging.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at chart requests.
Right, give me 1 sec. Since we're looking at mainstream, maybe we could look at SPCE first.
Is that a chart request?
Yes, sir.
All right. Looks like a good spot. Alex at the pass has this marked out as a buy zone. So resistance here, resistance, support, support, breakdown, gap, gap retest, support again. I like this spot to be a buyer. Do we have a trend break? Yeah, we got a break of the downtrend. I say it looks good. This is not a bad place to be a buyer. Where should you dump if we break down here? I guess we broke back below the baseline. Yeah, basically below $23. I don't think I'd want to be in it anymore. And then I would just, just take that's like a 15% drop to 23. So we'll just take our L on that, and then maybe there'll be a better entry, or maybe we'll just have to find something else. But overall, if as far as setups go, it's not a bad one. So what's next?
Excuse me. Yeah, that was for KAVA trades. That was Virgin Galactic. Right, he wrote, of course, it looks like a possible bounce on the daily. Well, I think we've explored that one. Shoutouts to KAVA trades. All right, first crypto request of the day. We have PERP and SUSHI for Ask About My Wiener Dog.
Okay.
PERP it is.
No, I've drawn on PERP before. Where's my PERP?
Man, I like that for a rejection.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, down to that trend line.
This looks kind of like a blow off top to me.
Yeah, me too.
I agree with him. I would probably look to take this back towards the less parabolic trend. And then once we do that, to continue. This near $13 or $14 to pick it back up might not be a bad spot. Yeah, that's all I got to say on PERP. What's next?
All right, next up is Sushi.
Nothing really for us to do in this spot. So we're right now, we're at resistance and we're below the baseline. So we really can't do anything. We could get faded from this spot right now. If we close above $15, then I'd be willing to long it again. And at that point, I'd be willing to take it towards like 19, 20 bucks. What's next?
All right, big shout out to Ask About My Wiener Dog. That was a look at PERP and Sushi. Up next, these ones are interesting. It's for Adam of the YouTube chat. Stock request. Oh, these are stocks. Okay, that's better. Then Plug. First one's Plug, Plug. 3-day time frame and weekly time frame. All right, so he's high time frame look at Plug first.
All right.
Not quite.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
Getting there.
Arguably, we've broken the weekly downtrend here. I think the last time you had me look at this, I said to target $50. I think you still could. Yeah, I still prefer to be long from this area and be targeting 50 or so. Maybe even this gap area up here. It's just kind of hard to tell, but I would rather be long as long as we stay above the baseline. If we close back below the baseline, I'd be out. But yeah, I much prefer to be long right now. This looks like accumulation to me. What's next?
All right, and that was a look at Plug for Adam. Also has another stock pick that he wants to look at, Lemonade. Lemonade on the 3-day and weekly.
Lemonade.
Log trend. Yeah. Whew. Excuse me.
It's in a rock and a hard place right now.
Yeah, I'm not sold on this yet. I see why you might be interested in picking this up here. You see we've got resistance, support here, and we find support again. But we also do have a lot of resistance right overhead right here in this area. See, previously it's like support, break. We come up here, resistance, we break down. We could find resistance again. I'm not sold on Lemonade here. I'm not sold yet. I do see that we do have a break of this downtrend. And we could wander up into this area. So we could go up here, but not like up enough to break out of this downtrend. What's next?
All right, big shout outs to Adam for those two requests. Plug and Lemonade are in the bag. Let's have a look at this next one. Excuse me, from Crypto Caveman. Crypto Caveman's next, and he's requesting Cardano USD, Axie USD, Theta USD. Let's start with Cardano.
Well, it looks like we're fading yesterday's sell signal. Oh wait, no, yesterday was a continuation signal. That was the 3-day, I guess. Yeah. I said there was a continuation signal yesterday. It looks like we're following through on it. I would just hold. Remind myself to take that later. What's next?
All right, that was Cardano. Up next, Axie AXS USD for Caveman.
I think Axie still looks like shit here. I think you should get out. Look at this bearish divergence. Wow. This looks like an epic short.
Yeah.
Yeah, bud. I wouldn't want to pick Axie back up until it was like 12 bucks. Good luck. Godspeed. What is that? I bet that's like 80%. Let's see.
$62 or 81.
81% right to support. All right. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Let's see. What's next?
All right, and that was Axie. Finally, we have Theta USD.
Still in short territory for us. Still inside of resistance. Still underneath our moving average. Nothing we do here. What's next?
All right, that was a look at all three for Crypto Caveman. There's your 3-pack Caveman. You know what to do. Drop some lemons in the chest. We are heading into that big giveaway in about 15 minutes. Let's have a look at this next one. Polly B's next. Requesting Zen. Horizon, please, on the daily. Is there a possibility of a bit more upside?
Haven't looked at Zen in a while.
Man, that's tight.
Yeah, such a low volatility movement upwards. Yeah, sure, there's a possibility. I just don't particularly like it. I wouldn't long from here. If you're still in a long, I would just hold on to it. If we start to break the downtrend, I would get out. If we start to break the uptrend, I would get out, is what I meant to say. And but for right now, it's worth staying in. We haven't even crossed below the daily baseline or anything. There's no exit signal. What's next?
All right, shout out to Polly B for the Horizon request. Getting into the next one now. Mr. Ether requesting Hollow Chain, Hot USD.
This does appear to be showing strength, doesn't it? We can't take this long yet. We're still below the daily baseline, but I think it's worth targeting probably 1.5 cents. What's next?
All right, shout out to Mr. Ether, Hollow Chain, and getting into Crypto Jenny's request. Can we do BITF?
What?
BITF. I think this is a mainstream stock. Bitfarms. Ah, this is Bitfarms. BITF.
Okay.
Ooh, that looks like an ascending triangle breakout.
That looks like that actually looks like distribution.
On the daily, I think it looks pretty strong. That's coming right up. Well, it's still got that base.
I mean, where's the breakout of the ascending triangle?
I think you would that little tiny use basically the point of control as the horizontal line.
I mean, why would I use the point of control? It's not the high. It's just,
I'm just
I think
saying-
it's just near the high. Yeah.
It's still under the baseline right now, so you can't do anything with it. But in my head, that looks like it could rally.
Okay. In my head, this looks like you should get the fuck out. Yeah. I mean, we're already up, what is that, 20x off the lows? Yeah. I usually like to buy things before it goes up 3,000%. That's just me. Usually after something goes up 3,000%, that's the time where you sell it. And I think that's what these people are doing. What's next?
All right, there you have it. Thank you for a look at Bitfarms for Crypto Jenny. We're about 12 minutes to go for that chest opening. In the meantime, let's look at the following. ETH1, Kusama, please and thank you. Also, big shout outs to B-Flow. B-Flow joining us a little late in the show. I got you, B-Flow.
Kusama looks pretty good, but it's wide at one of our resistance levels. This is just not a signal that I'm prepared to take here. It just feels too overextended to me. Yeah, I would rather buy it on some kind of pullback and confirmation. We can't really do that here. But you know, if you wanted to, there is a continuation signal. We could, you know, if there was a candle size violation yesterday, then it's gone today. So yeah, I'll leave that to you. But I just don't like it here at resistance. What's next?
All right, guys, there was a look at Kusama for ETH1. Let's go ahead and get into this next one for Boris Bitcoin. Boris Bitcoin always with the quality requests. Let's see here. This one reads, Happy Thursday all. Request a look at Stacks and SLP. SLP isn't a long signal, but is breaking its downtrend, bouncing off of the support zone.
Stacks. All right.
Stacks and SLP. Let's do Stacks.
So I guess Stacks is all right. Well, we'll do it here.
Oh, sorry, block stacks is an STX. That block stacks.
Okay.
So you're better off with trading view.
This is potentially a good continuation long signal. I admit I'm not super stoked with how this is a wick. We are still kind of at resistance right here. But I think it's probably worth taking. See if we can get up into this area. I think it's worth a long. At the very least, you've got a really nice low risk entry. If you came below this area, if you close below like $1.35, you'd want to be out, right? The whole point was that we seem to be bouncing here and moving up. If we ended up below this area, it's time to get out of your trade. So I think there's some things to recommend this to us. What's next?
All right, next up is going to be SLP.
Wait, this is the 3-day. What's the daily? Meh. Yeah, this is not an initial long signal, and it's not a continuation signal, so this is actually not a trade we can take. I'm sorry, I thought we were on the daily. We were on the 3-day before. What's next? I'm sorry.
All right, no problem. Next one up is SLP. This one's still for Boris Bitcoin. His comment again concerning XLP. SLP isn't a long signal, but it's breaking down from its downtrend, bouncing off a support zone. So he's still wondering if this is longable.
Not yet. I'm not sold on it yet, but it could bounce from this area. I would just ask more of it. You know, it's not like we haven't bounced hard and then instantly rejected from resistance before, right? We could trade down here more. We could trade sideways. I don't think it's time to just go long. Like, oh my God, it's bouncing. We gotta go long now. Like, no, let's wait for just like a little bit more confirmation here. Let's wait for a break and let's get some signals, which we're not anywhere close to getting yet. But it could be along soon. I mean, give it a little bit, man. What's next?
All right, 7 minutes to go for the chest on D Live. Get your lemons in now. With that said, let's go ahead and get into the next request. We're more than halfway done today's requests. Vernicious Canid on YouTube. FET USD facing resistance at all-time highs. Possible breakout targets, please and thank you. All right. FET, F-E-T. Frank Echo, you got it. What do you think? Upside targets on the breakout?
Looks like a rejection so far.
I agree. This looks much more like you should be exiting at the spot, but let's do it. Let's find some. Let's use the trend-based fib extension. Pretty simple. If I can find it. It's up here. Bottom, top, bottom. As you can see, we're right at resistance here at 77 cents-ish. Upside targets are 95 cents, 94, 95 cents, $1.40, $2.15, and then basically $3 range. That's if we break up here.
All right. Well, that
What's
sound okay. That's the end of FET. Polly B in the live chat asked, "Did I miss Kusama?" Yeah, we just did Kusama like 5 minutes ago. You might want to rewind or check the replay after we wrap up. Yes, Kusama was just done. Let's get into the next one. Shout out to Vernicious over on YouTube for that one. Marty, the YouTube live chat wants to look at FTM.
All right, let's look at Phantom.
Phantom.
It appears to be just going for it. It's not a true breakout yet. We're not actually closing above this high, but if we can close today above 92 cents, then it's good. We got to close above 92 cents. I think it's probably more likely that we pull back in this area where we're starting to run a little hot. I'd love to see us come back and retest our trend. But we don't have to. If things continue to run hot, we can just keep going up here. So I don't see any reason to exit this. I think if you're in Phantom, you can stay in Phantom, and we'll see where it takes us. What's next?
All right. Concerning FET, Rhino TD wrote, FET, last year's Alex said, just buy FET in this area. I did, and I'm still cashing out to this day. All right. Well, apparently someone took you up on your FET analysis about a year ago, and they're still making bank.
That makes me happy. I'm glad to hear that.
Yes.
Trust the buy zones. Trust buy here.
Indeed, indeed. All right. Let's have a look here. Going to get into the next request. I still see comments and requests pouring in, guys. We'll see how many we can knock out today. In the meantime, here's Jake Rezio's request on YouTube. Hi, guys. What are your thoughts on KAVA? All right, let's look at KAVA.
I think it looks pretty rough here. We appear to have a broken uptrend below the daily baseline. almost have a short signal. We just need some volatility and we'll be ready to go. So I don't like it. I would be looking to take profits. What's next?
All right, shout-outs to Jake Rezio for the KAVA request. Let's get into the next one. AMP for JAG 077 on DLive. How about AMP?
What do you want to know about AMP? Wait, is this Ampleforth or?
No, I think it's the other one. It's the Ampleforth governance token known as AMP.
No. Forth is the governance token for AMP.
Ah, yes, it's the other way around. So this is AMP.
Yes, this is AMP. We're holding the uptrend right now.
Could be a swing.
Yeah, maybe the best thing to do is wait to see what happens. It could really go either way right now. On the 3-day, I would suggest we've actually made a swing failure pattern and we're likely to break down. See, this is a here we are below the 3-day baseline. We move down, we try and move up, we just can't. We collapse back down towards 2 cents. We retest this area, then move up. Something like that. We'll see. What's next?
All right, that was a look at AMP for JAG in the DLive chat. Up next is XRP for Tilakesh on Twitch. 2 minutes to go for the DLive test.
XRP looks kind of great here. Is it a continuation signal? Yeah. Damn it.
Just double click it real quick. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, the problem is I double clicked it when I had the brush and I left a bunch of stuff all over it.
Yeah, there's a dot right there.
Yes, thank you.
Not yet.
Yeah, we don't have the crossover yet. So I'm not willing to long this at this moment, but we could get there soon. And it could be a good continuation long signal. What's the Bitcoin pairing look like? It's okay. I'm not like excited by it, but it's not bad. Let's look on higher time frames. I think I'm interested in seeing us retest 2100 sats. It's coming down here into this area. Just like this. Come down here. Trade sideways just a little bit. And then more upwards. What's next?
All right, and that was a look at XRP. And here's a comment from Chico in the live chat. I think AMP is for payments, and yes, so he did clarify AMP is the payments-ish token. And he also mentioned boomers are going to turn Bitcoin into just another speculative asset. Really? Is that where we're going? Oh dear. All right, there we go. Let's get into the next request, and I'm going to prepare to open that chest, guys. We're about a minute overdue for that, so let's get into this next request, and then I'm going to open that chest right after. Waterdog on Twitch writes, can you sneak in a look at RAINI and Vibe? What is RAINI? Let's quickly look at this. Is this a coin? Oh, that's RAINI corn. Okay, this is a token. It's Ethereum based, so you're probably going to need to pull up ChartX for this. The ticker is RAINI.
Okay. This is actually a BESC shitcoin. But I would argue that this looks really strong. If you're in it, I would just keep holding, man. I like it. It's just kind of a little late. Yeah, I'm especially interested in if we can break over 7.5 cents. If we do, price discovery, sky's the limit. All right, what's next?
Gonna open a chest, guys. Gonna give you, probably by the time you hear this, chest is gonna open. Giving you a heads up right now. 30 seconds. Here comes the chest. In the meantime, next request up. RLC for Chico Blanco Verano in the YouTube chat, and I'm clicking the distribute. Go get it.
Certainly is a strong looking monthly right here, isn't it? I would say that there's nothing really for us to do with it right now. If we can break above $5.40, then it might be worth taking. But we don't have any kind of long signal. What's next?
All right. Before we get to the next request, just want to shout out David Rice. Dropped a diamond super chat for, he writes for Taz. Well, thank you for the super chat, Mr. David Rice. And a big shout outs to today's lemon giveaway winners, Taz Blitz, David Rice, and Crypto Jenny, all sweeping the top 3 lemon recipients. Yes, big congrats to you guys. With that said, we're going to continue. We're going to get into the next request. Just a few minutes left in the show now. Plenty of time to knock out the remaining requests. Okay, hold on. So that was RLC. We just did RLC for Chico. And up next is going to be Emmer Oz over on YouTube. YFII is at the support area and is ready to take off to 40K. All right, well, let's take a look at YFII. What are the breakout prospects here?
What? I mean, I don't see a support area. What are you talking about? Are you sure you're not talking about a different project?
No, this could be shameless shilling, as I suspect, of YFII.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see any support near us. I'm not saying that it might not keep going. Tell you what, if we can close the week above... Actually, let's get... We need more data. Let's get more data. Yeah, okay, this does kind of look like it could keep going. So it's just such a nice long basing period here, now that it's starting to take off. Maybe so. Maybe so. I'll tell you what, if we close the week above 5,500, then we can keep going on YFII. That's what I think. It's a possibility. What's next?
All right, shout outs to Emmer Oz over on YouTube. There's your look at YFII. Let's go into the next one. It's from Mr. Ether. Mr. Ether says, did we look at the monthly Bitcoin chart yet? Maybe give Bitcoin monthly a quick gander.
Didn't we do that on the 1st? I thought we did.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did that yesterday, but we can look again. It was a big green candle. Or it's like a medium green candle.
I mean, one day of the month.
In the middle of the range. It doesn't tell us we didn't get a new crossover. We didn't get a new high. We didn't get any sort of long signal or short signal. So there's really nothing on the monthly going on here.
All right, we'll check.
I guess you could say we are above the 42,000 resistance level on the monthly. That could hold going forward.
Watching the weekly currently. Seeing if we hold above that local high. Right around where we are right now at 49.2 something.
Well, I still think we're likely to pull back in this spot.
Same.
What's next?
All right, that was a look at Bitcoin on the monthly. Big shout outs to Mr. Ether, of course. And, all right, getting down to one of the last requests of the day, Christian Zeldon on YouTube. Okay, but what about Litecoin and Litecoin? What the hell did I just say? Bitcoin? Litecoin, Bitcoin, what are your thoughts? LTC, BTC.
I mean, it still looks like it's near a bottom. Yeah, I looked at this earlier in this week. It's hanging near the bottom. It will probably move up from here. Definitely don't be shorted. We'll see. I do think Litecoin looks like it's going to reverse against Bitcoin here. But I have thought that for the past 6 fucking months we've been down in this fucking area. So I just don't know when it's going to happen. So I've been expecting like a strong movement out of Litecoin, stronger than this, since February. And we're still hanging near the lows. We'll see what happens.
Indeed.
But I mean, there's just no new news, man. We'll see it on we'll see it on Bubbles.
All right.
But I hear you. If you should be long Litecoin, Bitcoin in this spot, I just don't know the time frame that this is gonna take place at. It could be weeks. Could be weeks still. Could be tomorrow.
Well, in that case, that was your look at Litecoin, Bitcoin for Christian Zeldon. Let's go ahead and get into one of the final requests of the day. This is from Tilikesh over on Twitch. He's asking for BANKNIFTY. This is an index. I looked it up a minute ago. BANKNIFTY, its ticker is NSE Bank. At least it should be. All right, what if you just... my bad. Hold on, let me take a look.
Crypto?
Search Nifty. Yes,
Where?
it's not crypto. It's a traditional
You're in crypto.
Bank Nifty index. All right.
Okay.
There we go. Perfect. Thank you.
Looks strong. I'd want to be long. Yeah, there's it just looks strong. Probably give it till the end of the week. It closes it closes tomorrow. So if we can close the week up here, then I think it makes sense for a long. See, we're making a new weekly high.
Yep.
That's good. What's next?
What's up next? Let's look at Bank Nifty. Thank you for that one. Glad we located it. Paranormal Debunker has one of the last requests of the day. He wants to look at Derivadow, aka DDX.
Well, I bet that's a chart X1. Bro. I mean, it looks strong. It's probably going to keep going up here. It's a little too late for us, considering that it's up so much. Ooh, that was a weekly. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. This really seems like the move was probably fundamentals related. At this time, I would probably look for a pullback towards $5 or $6 and then be buying in this area. So pull back all the way down to here. Gosh, maybe we could pull back to there. Yeah, I can't really tell. It just at this time, I just wouldn't be a buyer. I would be looking to find a different spot to buy in. Yeah, I think $5 or $6 sounds good.
All right,
What's next?
that was a look at DDX Derivative. That was one of the last requests of the day. Shoutouts to Mr. Ether, who wrote in the live chat, Jack, you have me banging my tool to the beat of the music. Pretty sweet rhythm going on. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the current house playlist. Yes, enjoy the electronic music coming through your speakers right now. Let's see here. Is there any other comments here? Someone asking, are devs still working on Litecoin? Crypto Bull says Litecoin is the silver to Bitcoin's gold, but it sure moves like silver does. Yes, it seemingly does. Crypto Bull also saying that people are now calling NFTs nifty. Did you know this? Did you know the slang, the buzzword that the kids are using on the street for NFTs is nifties?
Nifty. I've heard of it, but yeah, I'm not gonna start calling it that until I hear everybody calling it that because it sounds stupid.
Yeah, I don't like nifty, but I get it. I can see why people call them.
I mean, I get it because people are too fucking lazy to say the 3 letters. So
NFT, baby.
I'd rather say a longer word.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap the show up right around here. I'm gonna get one last request in. Throw our user Anu RNRB. Anu. Let's just call this man Anu over on Twitch. He says, check Algo if you have time. Certainly we can, Mr. R&B. Anu, it is Algo.
Looks at resistance to me from the weekly. On the daily, we have made a new high. Yeah, I'm just not super interested in this. If we can close above $1.20, then it might be worth longing again.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a last-minute look at Algo as we begin to wind the show down. We're approaching the 1 hour and a half mark. Another solid 90 minutes in the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update series has been logged. Thanks to everybody who kicked it with us this afternoon. Bad Garlic Breath of the D-Live chat says, GIF is GIF. No, my man. GIF is GIF. There is no GIF. But
yeah, that's peanut butter.
But I feel like the jury's still out on this one. Trust Believe on YouTube says, hello. Shoutouts to Trust Believe. Unfortunately, you're catching us just as the show winds down. We're closing down. It's been 90 minutes. Look at all those charts we logged from just requests along on the right-hand bar. A great look at everything from Virgin Galactic to Horizon, Holochain, XRP, Phantom, and RLC. We did quite a bit of everything. Shoutouts to Alex. Shoutouts to everybody who brought us requests today. Of course, if you're logging onto the show late, or if you're just going to catch the replay later, remember timestamps are going to be added to the YouTube description in just a little while. It makes it super easy to review and reference all your favorite coins that we looked at over the last hour. Once again, big shout outs to our hosts. We're going to wind it down here. Just checking the comments real quick. Thank you so much, I guess, everyone. We're going to be back tomorrow for the Friday installment to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. You know where to find us. Final words to our analysts.
Be cautious out there, guys.
Yeah, just trade safely. I'm likely going to be sitting on my hands until we get a real good indicator of trend here, because I don't want to be caught on the wrong side of it. So sitting on my hands is probably going to be the best move here for the rest of the week, or maybe in next week. So take it day by day.
Peace out, guys. Much love.
Goodbye.
Alright, Kavana Trade says GIF is peanut butter. Yes, right. That's how I know it as. Yes. Let's make it clear. It's GIF. What's involved? It's GIF.